everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, I want to let you know about our sponsor, which right now it's up to 50% off Extra Wallets. They have other products on their website too. Go check it out. Really awesome bits there, and at the deepest discounts for the holiday. Be your own Santa. Give. And links down below. It directly supports our show as well, so you'd be funding the thing that you love. Alex, what the hell else has been going on in gaming news part 2?
We're going to talk about a ton of stuff. We are not going to talk about Henry Cavill's TV show
That
anymore.
was in episode 1, but another possibility and the direction that they could go into would be,
I don't know what to put up anymore.
would be Nurgle, something close to Alex's heart.
Random.
And I really like Alex's take on Nurgle being the best Chaos Demon because it's the gift of everlasting life. And whereas Korn wants to fucking kill you and rip your body into pieces, and Celeste wants to torture you and pull your nipples apart, Nurgle wants to share the gift of everlasting life
and
with
soup.
you.
The man just wants to make soup for everyone.
Primordial, disgusting, toxic soup.
Yeah, but it makes you feel good eventually.
Yeah, and so we all call him Papa Nurgle because, you know, even though it seems like you would be, you know, a bad guy, no, in reality, from his perspective, you're the
He's a force.
Clean one.
It's not a good, it's not an evil thing. It's like death isn't evil. It's a force of nature. It's a fact of the universe. And, you know, the cycle of life and death is as beautiful as you want it to be.
It's
and Papa Nurgle wants to share it with you. And I know
is
that's
all
not true.
heresy.
This is super heresy. And I know it's not true. This is part of the fun of Warhammer, where you get to kind of, when you play your stupid little figures, which I love, you get to role play as them and like as their faction. It's like, that's why it's going to be a terrible TV show, because people are going to have their own, their own ideas about stuff, and then they're going to constantly go heresy. So,
but that'll be the fun of it, hopefully. And it'll be done in a good way.
Hopefully people have fun with it. All right, enough. No mas.
Okay,
no
what's
mas.
next?
Unless you have another idea that we, you know.
I am limitless with the ideas. Yeah. Another thing we could do is the Titan Legions.
Or how about we do the part where Horus absolutely destroyed the Sanguinius' stupid lame ass, and that book was and I know people are clickety-clacking right now
because you're wrong, because Sanguinius helped wound and prepare the Emperor for his win against Horus. Yes.
They wrote that they tried to make Sanguinius be like the fucking Warhammer Jesus. They wrote him like he's so cool and his hair is awesome and everyone loves him, because when he dies it needs to be like this big blow, and so it's like this whole Sanguinius puff piece, and he got absolutely. I can't. Yeah, he got destroyed because Horus is way cooler than
after destroying hundreds of chaos, perhaps thousands of chaos soldiers.
I think it was a million.
A million.
It was. No, Primarchs could probably handle a million.
Yeah, just couldn't handle Horus.
Maybe a billion, Joe.
1 billion. Okay.
Next on the Warhammer 40,000 breakdown show.
Yeah. Sanguinius went down like a bitch. So.
And, you know, Bobby B is Alex's favorite. But Alex, do you like anything except for, you do like Nurgle. Papa Nurgle sending.
Oh, I think, though, there's
which is the best Space Marine chapter, in your opinion? We know you hate the Smurfs because everybody likes them and they get too much attention. Yes, you do. Shut up. When we were playing Space Marine 2, it's all you would talk about.
But I don't hate them. Like, I do think that they're the live, laugh, love Marines. They're as generic as they possibly come.
Okay, give me a good chapter. There's 18 other chapters. Give me one. Oh, man.
Those guys.
You can't think of one. That's sad.
I just think that it's such a giant and cool universe. I'm not going to pick.
You're not a Space Marine fan.
I'm not going to pick a Space Marine. I'd rather pick Tyranids, Orcs, some of the Chaos. Like, I just think there's cooler stuff in the universe than big, beefy dudes, and we just care about their seed and how muscly they are. It's like, I don't care. So
Black Templars, maybe
they're very cool
because they're like knightly. And then I remember a long time ago when I first started the game, they had a guy named Emperor's Champion, and I was like, oh, what? That's like the Emperor's Champion himself is gonna be so powerful.
I mean, I like Grey Knights.
I mean, technically not a Space Marine chapter. They're kind of their own thing, and they operate on their own doctrine. I'm just wondering what your favorite, Space Marine chapter or subchapter would be. I'll give you time to look it up. Obviously, when we get into the 40K stuff for the show, maybe we'll get some teases at some Space Marines, and by then you'll have
who are the janitors, right? The custodians that aren't very cool at all, and they guard a chair.
Again, not technically a Space Marine chapter.
Yeah, those
the
guys.
Adeptus Custodians, which is Henry Cavill's favorite. Those are the elite of the elite of the elite.
Yeah, they
that
guard
surround
a chair
the Emperor.
with a dead dude in it.
They guard. Yeah, they guard a chair with.
Yeah, they sacrifice all these like innocent people to him every day, and they just they watch the chair.
Those are custodians and
janitors
and servants and servitors that do that. The janitors, as you so call them, are an elite force. Just think of them like the Navy SEALs,
Gravy SEALs,
or a special operations team that isn't even known to the public. That would be them, and they do go across the galaxy for special missions of importance and to protect Terra, which is Earth. Okay, moving on.
All right, Marvel Rivals came out. Top 10 million players in just 3 days.
Been having a lot of fun with that game.
A ton of people playing. Servers were stable. Things were working. Matches came really easily. The only problem that people are having that we didn't have because we played mainly with a bunch of people we know is apparently no one wants to play support.
I love playing support.
Which is bullshit because you motherfucking pieces of shit play support. It's fun. Supports actually can kill in this game. There are overpowered supports, and my assumption is that NetEase made them overpowered on purpose so that people would fucking play them, and they still don't play them.
Like Jeff the Shark is cute as shit, and people are so mad.
He's a really good Jeff Shark. He did a 5-person, what everybody wants to do. 5-person, suck them.
5 guys.
Alex sucked off 5 guys at once.
5 guys, I can handle them.
And tossed them off.
And I didn't even have to kill myself. I just spit them off the cliff and timed it perfectly.
And you didn't kill yourself.
And I did not. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Live to tell the tale.
Yeah, because most people commit suicide to ensure that all 5.
If you know what you're doing, you can get those dudes off quickly and not hurt yourself.
I found your Legion, the Rainbow Legion. Yeah.
Yeah. What do they do?
Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
That doesn't sound very cool.
Yeah, but it's real cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. No Space Marines, man. Like, IG are cool.
Crimson
they're
Legion.
pain to paint, but they're super cool. But
I'm just gonna put like
Dark
Bigfoot
Angels.
footage.
Half of them are
Footage
kind of
of
bad
Bigfoot
guys,
back here.
potential traitors.
No.
Dark Angels are pretty sweet.
Grey Knights don't
Lionel Johnson. You like Lionel Johnson?
Lion's pretty cool.
He's way cooler than Robert or Bobby B.
Yeah, I don't like him at all. I think his stupid book is dumb, and I hope people will just start
Bobby,
rejecting.
right?
Yeah, Bobby's like, oh, I made a codex. It's like, shut up. No one likes you.
All right, we lost all of our audience. Back to it.
We did a video where I was naysaying Space Marines, and there were nasty comments. They're like, yeah, how can you hate
We're doing it on. I think Alex is doing it on purpose.
Oh yeah,
I think there's at least one
We're
chapter.
trying to entertain you, or at least poke the bear. And if you're really mad, then
maybe the Space Marine chapter that's the
Grey Knights don't count.
Charcherions.
Oh, I played them in
I'm just letting you know, guys. Right
Minotaurs
now,
look fucking badass, like Spartan Warriors. I have a few painted Minotaur.
I'm putting random footage on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we just keep jumping.
Joe's
back.
just worried about
sure
all the
Grey Knights
footage
don't
he's
count?
gonna put in. Grey Knights, I mean, they technically count. I mean, but they're not one of the 18 chapter, 20 chapters, which too we don't speak about ever.
Why?
Execute him. Execute him.
See, this is the fun.
Take him away.
You're
We
not
don't
supposed
speak
to
about
question.
the Lost Legion.
Don't question
The
things.
Oh, see, that's
obey.
I can't do
Just
the
obey.
theo-fascism. I don't want to role play as theo-fascist. Just can't do
Obey,
it.
don't-
I'd
don't.
rather
I do.
like weird demons, sure, but theo-fascist, nah, get the fuck out of here. All
I
right,
do.
Path
I want to role play as all of them.
Yeah, Path of Exile 2 came out this week. Rough first couple hours, but it was eventually smoothed out.
I just downloaded it. I haven't had a chance. I was playing Marvels and then got busy with other things.
I played quite a bit of it.
Yeah, Marvels. Did you play Marvels?
Oh yeah,
over the weekend.
a lot.
So they had
Y'all are probably better than me at this point. Damn, I want to play right now.
They had 480,000 players in the game. I mean, massive peak player. They said they were prepped for about 1 million people, and the pre-sales were way higher than that. And so seems to be doing really well. I played it a lot. There were some crashes, only in loading screens, so never crashed in combat, but you can immediately just get back in. And it was only a multiplayer. Game isn't made for multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think it is. You can play multiplayer. It is just significantly harder, but it's not insurmountable. We were able to beat all of them.
We're going to try it anyways.
Yeah, I can carry you. It'll be fine. It's a little harder to do based on like how the boss arenas and the abilities work, but totally easy to do. So another major game came out, big success. Marvel Rivals came out, shit on Overwatch. Path of Exile came out, shit on Diablo. It is not a good time to be a Blizzard stan. Though if you're a Blizzard stan nowadays,
something's wrong with you.
They got to be paying you because there's no reason. They're a shell of their former self. All the people that you loved that made the games there are now gone.
And they do pay people.
Yeah, so I don't know. Give me money. I even for money, I couldn't tell you that Diablo 4 is worth playing right now. Like,
no, you have another game.
Yeah, it's much better. Speaking of new games, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has changed the release week. So instead of coming out on the 11th, they're moving it to February 4th. They're trying to get away from some of the other big games because February is almost as bad as October, where all the video games came out. So we've got Avowed, we've got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter, Civ. There's a lot of stuff, and so Monster Hunter and Civ are two of the most highly looked at games for this next year. So they're trying to get themselves a little bit of space to get you excited about it, and so they're a smaller company looking.
But we had a chance to hang out with them and play the game yesterday, and I had a lot of fun, even though I kept getting caught.
Yeah.
I'm the worst thief
February.
ever.
You're right. It's so stacked. Guys, seriously, do not sleep on KCD2. We've gotten our hands on it. If you were as upset with stuff like, I don't know, Dragon Age Veilguard, where you are babied and you can't be an asshole, you can't do what you want, you just want, people who are passionate and, do kind of RPGs in the way that is appropriate for the setting. This is amazing so far, at least from what we've played. And there's so much spoken dialogue. It feels like a Netflix series, like I'm playing a good medieval Netflix series. So, but yeah, there's so much in February. I'm worried that it might get, run over. But I guess that's why they moved
it up,
the release date so that they could be the first in February. I wonder if there's anything before February the 4th.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, but it's possible maybe late January stuff that's going to line up. But, definitely put it on your lists. It's now coming out a little bit earlier, so check it out if you want to play a real RPG, not something on rails and dumb like we have been. Speaking of which, Dragon Age Veilguard's dev say they're going to make choices from the past games matter next time. So next time that you are tricked into playing one of their games and you don't want to, sometimes you even leave the country to avoid having to be involved with this whole thing, and it's such a slog that you get back from your trip and you guys are still playing it, unfortunately, and I had to be there for some of it. They said that, the choices didn't matter. They're like, no, it mattered a little bit.
No,
it's
it
like,
didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, it fucking didn't.
But next time, they promise, next time it's going to get better. So
you give me your word. Okay, well, that means nothing.
Yeah.
That means absolutely nothing.
One of them said, one thing that we could have stated more clearly or maybe alluded to is the idea that just because these choices from the past library games didn't necessarily impact this particular story, that doesn't mean that they're gone. Now, yes, they did.
What are we talking about?
The Dragon Age Veilguard choices not mattering from previous games. And so what's ridiculous is that you would have made a sequel, direct sequel from the last one, and not have the choices matter. Why would you do that? It's an important thing. I mean, I don't get it. I'm not going to try to understand their
logic.
Yeah, or lack of. So, but they said that next time it's going to happen, but next time I'm not going to buy it. And so
Well, we didn't buy this. I didn't. Well, we had to. One copy at least.
Yeah. And I tell, if you're thinking about buying Dragon Age, don't. Just don't.
Don't, or if you really do, just wait for when it goes like 50%, 90% off.
90% maybe if you're looking for a super generic RPG that in no way resembles a Dragon Age. And that's it, and the combat's boring. But
Well, you still got people buying
Suicide Squad? Yeah.
pretty cheap.
I guess.
If you want to, but we had no fun with it.
Another big news this week, Ubisoft is to sunset XDefiant in 2025. This is something that people have been talking about it for a while. Like their viewership on Twitch was something we were able to monitor, dropped by 95+%. We weren't able to see the exact numbers because you play it on their own launcher and they don't share any of that stuff. But getting a match was really tough. You'd get in a queue and you'd have to wait a considerable amount of time, and that's typically not something you see in successful popular first-person shooters. So they've decided to close the game down next year. They're going to close 2 production studios, and they're going to lay off almost 300 employees. And so they've said that they're going to be closing offices in studios in San Francisco and Osaka will close. Production to be ramped down at the Sydney office. About half of the employees are going to be kept on and moved to different departments. And then they're going to keep a skeleton crew, what they said, to run XDefiant until June 3rd of next year when it officially shuts down. But I mean, we saw it coming. They saw it coming.
This was an okay game. It was like a filler to bide some time till the other games came out, like Call of Duty. For sure, and I guess other ones. And also, I didn't like their season packs. The last one. What was the last one?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, because they had the ones with the you could shoot saw blades and you had like mounted guns. Yeah, like. The teams weren't particularly interesting.
No.
But I don't know. Like it was kind of doomed from the start. It was releasing the year that one of the most successful Call of Duties was going to release, and we said, "Hey, look, the second Call of Duty's out. This thing's going away."
Yep.
And it took about a month for them to get like, "Yep, Call of Duty came out, killed their game," and so there's not a lot of room in the whole live service or free-to-play shooter, and only a couple of the people are going to survive. And when you put out something as mid-level shooter-ish as XDefiant, you just can't be expected to push on for a long time. Some people who probably aren't super upset about this news is Tencent and the Guillemot brothers, who are the owners, are trying to buy out the company. So they're trying to take the company private again, and gobble up everything else so they can make all of the decisions. I don't know if that means a good thing, but a lower stock price is easier for them to do it. But apparently, the only reason it hasn't happened yet is they are being held up by dispute over control. The family hopes to retain leadership while Tencent is vying for greater influence over future board decisions, which actually I think is probably the right move because the brothers have been in charge or mostly in charge for a very long time, and they've been destroying the company.
Yep.
And so I don't know if Tencent makes all of the right decisions, but I think a change is necessary. And if those are the two options, I may choose Tencent over them. But so the more these games fail, the easier it is for them will be to buy out the company. And they have one last shot for this fiscal year, which is Assassin's Creed Shadow, which still will actually technically come out in this current fiscal year. But how that game does is going to determine an awful lot.
So I'm thinking 5-6 already from the gate, knowing they've done.
Seeing what it looks like.
It's not going to be bad, obviously, but
yeah,
it'd be
6 or 7. I think those games are always fine, but I don't know. You excited for Assassin's Creed?
No.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Ghost.
Which Ghost?
Well, that's going to be in a couple of years. Ghost, what is it?
Ghost Yotai.
Oh,
yeah. That one, I'm definitely excited.
For sure.
But that's someone else doing Assassin's Creed better than they do Assassin's Creed, yeah.
I should be excited about Assassin's Creed Shadow because I asked for, the Japan setting 7 years ago, and now they're finally delivering
They
it.
listened to you.
But it feels, a little too late.
It's like, it's not. Well, kind of. I still want my caveman dinosaur.
It's that. I mean, that was. Oh, I guess we got Far Cry Primal, but then you want Assassin's Creed Unga Bunga.
Yes. Yeah. Let's get wacky with it, Alex.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you got to lose? Nothing.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, that's what I got over here. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, is a that the Grey Knights are a secret, mysterious loyalist chapter of the Space Marines.
More random footage.
They fight demons.
And they're specifically tasked with combating the dangerous demonic entities of the war.
That's cooler than...
And while they're a chapter, there are thousands of chapters, and so Alex could definitely find one. He found one in the Grey Knights. I was talking legions. There's 18 legions, but anyways, they have the honor of being implanted with the gene seed and engineered directly from the genome of the Emperor himself. So basically, they were like the prototype Adeptus Custodes, the faction that Henry Cavill likes, before the Adeptus Custodes.
Before they were
and
cool.
And now the Adeptus Custodes is even cooler than the fucking Grey Knights.
I don't know, they're Custodes.
They're demon hunters who form the oldest branch of the virtually omnipotent Inquisition. So if any Marine chapter would probably show up in Eisenhorn in the show, it could possibly be the Grey Knights. That would be cool, though I think traditionally mass audiences would like to see that classic Mark, 5 armor of the Space Marines rather than the more knight-looking, Grey Knight armor.
I forget which loyalist faction shows up in the books.
Yeah, there's
a couple of them.
In the 10,000 standard years of the Imperial history, no Grey Knight has ever been corrupted by the ruinous powers of chaos. The Grey Knight's fortress monastery is based on Titan, the largest of the moons of the gas giant Saturn in the Sol system, and that is kept as the private preserve of the Inquisition. So nobody suspected it, but Alex's favorite Marine chapter is the Inquisition.
Fight demons, bro.
Yeah.
Demons.
Okay, that's all I got. We will see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Please click the links down below. Consider getting an extra wallet if you're searching for some gift ideas this year. And yeah, exciting news, guys, that the Warhammer 40,000 show at Amazon is moving forward with Henry Cavill, and we can only hope and speculate on, how well it's going to be done and make suggestions. And I wish Joe, if you could look up his number, and I know he's been ignoring your texts.
I think he blocked me on
but
everything.
Oh fuck! Well, we're gonna have to find a way around that so that we can get some positivity and some suggestions in there. Okay, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.